Hi Leo. Thank you for joining me for your January 2018 forecast for the month. I am shuffling the Salvador Dali Tarot Universal, and this is what the cover looks like. It's brand new to me, and I'm so excited to use it. It doesn't have numbers, so I'm counting the depictions on it to make sure I have the right suit and the numeric suit. So I'm shuffling during the Astro portion. If you'd like to read with me, and if you haven't booked your annual Astro Tarot reading, please consider that. I read all through the week and all through the year. So you would select your desired reading length at audreyalison.com via the PayPal button, and I'll get back to you in an email to set up some times. I am excited about this month. It's a blue moon month. It's also eclipse season. Thank you for joining me here. Thank you for subscribing and sharing and liking these forecasts, and for choosing me as your reader. I want to start on the 1st. That's when we have our full moon at 11 degrees of Cancer. And starting the first day of the year with a full moon is really fitting for resolutions, but for Leo and Leo rising especially, this full moon exists in the 12th house of endings and closure. So you really go into 2018 closing this door behind you. And it's in the 12th house of privacy and dream life, the psychic mind, subconscious mind, the house of rest and release, the actual house of release. Not every full moon is for release. Yes, they're closure moons, they bring endings. But in the sector they fall is the important area that you need to discover. And this, for Leo rising especially, is in the 12th house of release. So releasing what no longer serves you, that term that non-astrologers say on Instagram and everywhere else, you can actually apply it to this full moon on the 1st, because it's very real in this sector for you. Closure. And also awareness. Leo is very psychic at this time, and usually the water signs get credit for being so psychic. But having a full moon in the 12th house of premonitions and the psychic mind, I feel like you are receiving a download as early as the 1st of January. 2.5 days before and 2.5 days after the moon is most potent. So pay attention around that time, Leo. You're gathering and garnering information. On the 11th of January, Mercury moves into Capricorn, and this will be strong for Leos who are tending to health, well-being, diet, and regimen, wanting to get in some kind of regimen for the body and the betterment of your health. Mercury can assist with details, communications, discovering and reading and discerning the right trainers and team that you're building in the 6th house of work, regimen, and routine. Attending to medical appointments while Mercury is direct in the 6th house can also benefit Leo. On the 16th, we have our new moon at 26 degrees of Capricorn in this 6th house of health. And this is where you set your goals and intentions in the health sector or in the daily work and grind sector. How are you working, Leo? And with whom? Because the new moon could see maybe some redirection for you. Pluto's energy is in Capricorn as well, and that is the planet of change. So when you get the planet of change conjunct with the new moon, there could be a new work path for Leo, or a new way to approach how you are working, and making some changes and tweaks in that area to move forward for 2018. On the 17th, Venus moves into Aquarius, and 2 days later, on the 19th, the Sun moves into Aquarius. This is assisting the 7th house of the soulmate, of the significant other, of the marriage, partnership, business partnership. But Venus is romance herself and attraction, and Leo and Leo rising could be attracting soulmate at this time, and could also be attracting the avenue of marriage, if that's what you'd like to do. The Sun is here, so that's the highest life force we have. The energy where the Sun is where we tend to follow. So relationship is on our minds at the mid part of the month. And, you know, Venus and the Sun will be here for 30 days. So, well, 28 days for Venus, 30 days for the Sun. So this goes into February, up until the eclipse of the 15th that you have actually in your 7th house. So that's on February 15th in the sign of Aquarius. So, new relationship and focus on partnership is prominent for Leo rising. On the 26th, Mars moves into Sagittarius, and he does so without the presence of Saturn there. Saturn's now in Capricorn at 0 degrees, and Mars can effectively stimulate and generate passion and activity and romance in the 5th house sector without the hindrance of Saturn and its limitations. Right now, Leo is ready for romance because you've had Saturn in your 5th house for 3 years. Romances that have started within 3 years haven't really had the power to take off because Saturn's been there. And you've been learning lessons. If you got involved with someone while Saturn was in the 5th house, you might decide to move on in your life. This energy might be eclipsed out of the picture come the total full moon eclipse that we have on the 31st in Leo at 11 degrees. Not everyone, but for some of you, you've outgrown relationship or romance in the 5th house because Saturn had you realigning this area of your life. And if you were in relationship while doing so, you might decide now that he's out of this sector, it's not really working for you anymore. It's not really what you wanted to begin with. Mars in the 5th is sexual activity, physical activity, fun, energy to gamble. Now Leo and Leo rising can hit that casino without Saturn going, don't you spend $1 on anything fun. Now it's like playtime. It's Leo's time to play. And I'm excited about that for you. We have our full moon total eclipse blue moon energy on the 31st. Like I said, 11 degrees of Leo. So this is, you're being eclipsed. Please don't drive on the eclipse if you can avoid it. You're literally eclipsed in your subconscious mind. It's out-of-body experience time. And it can reroute you. An eclipse can give you the information you need to change your course accordingly. And on the same day, on the 31st, Mercury transits out of Capricorn into Aquarius in the 7th house of marriage and business partnership. So it is time for Leo to link up, and I'm feeling very positive as an empath about this for you. Let's get to the tarot. I'm anxiously awaiting the cards. Just want to let you know that the VIMEO on-demand medium messages and fortune card readings are now up and available for you on Vimeo, so the link below for that, as well as my tarot course is still very much available, and all of my links are below if you're interested. Leo, here are your cards for January 2018. Ooh, the Ace of Coins. This is a beautiful card. This would make an exceptional tattoo, I think. But the Ace of Coins is an offer. And it could be a job offer, an offer of stability and security. The Ace of Coins is an opportunity to increase your finances. Okay, Two of Cups. I have to count, like I said, there's no numbers or anything on here, but there's 2 cups. So yeah, relationship. I mean, come on. 7th house of soulmates, 5th house of true love and romance is present for you. This is the only reading this card has come up. And you're majorly and massively eclipsed. I do think your relationships will be impacted. Now, for those of you who are so happy and everything's cool, you're not going to lose your relationship. However, it's time to assess that you're in the right relationship. And I said this in another reading, but it could be a theme for the month, and I'll say it again because I'm getting it again, and that's what I do. You don't want to put a square into a circle. Relationships, they're not necessarily effortless, but they shouldn't have you up and down like a roller coaster. If you're happy, you're with someone, and then you're not, and then you're happy, and you're not in the right relationship. And I understand that because Saturn has been with you, and now that he's not, it's time for right relationship. So some of you might have to make some changes if you're in one. But Two of Cups is a great omen in any reading because it is mutual and reciprocated love. And it's the positive energy that Leo needs. Three of Cups, friendship, trust, generosity, respect amongst female friends, connection, and I think I said trust. So you go to Ace to 2 to 3. You're building your catalog. I'm getting that, catalog. You're building your tribe. You're also building your resume. You're building your catalog. You're building the people around you, the connections around you. El Colgado, this is the Hangman, and I actually wrote about this week. Stay still a little bit, Leo. You are being eclipsed. There's no need for dramatic change and rushing hastily into these decisions of ending relationship or changing everything. The Hangman is still learning. The Hangman needs the eclipse to happen to be fully downloaded. This is a card of spiritual advancement, learning, assessment, trepidation, and that eclipse in your first house has you like the Hangman for a minute. Receive the information and move forward accordingly after it's done. You have another card, Page of Swords. There's a message for Leo, and it could come in very quickly. The Page of Swords could be an air sign, younger, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. But the pages to me just bring in news, and especially the swords, that is information, and you're receiving your intuition and information. I'm in love with the spread. I'm not getting any negative energy here. What I think is that things have to happen in an order, and the sixth house of order and regimen is highlighted for you. Your new moon is there, as well as Mercury, through the 11th and through the 11th through the 31st, from the 11th through the 31st. Sorry, and order is important. Taking an opportunity is important, and taking a chance at new love is important. And some of you receive the connection that you need through friendships at this time and the support of friends around you. I am very happy with this reading, and I think starting with this card, there's a successful tone to this. So aim high. Thank you so much, Leo. I'm wishing you a beautiful 2018, and remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.